my wife and I, we've been married for 7 years now. And we got 3 kids. We got 5, 3, and one he's not even 1 yet. And in the last couple of years, the kind of the way that we've looked at parenting has changed a little bit. We were raised in, kind of different households. Her household was split. Mine was together, but, I was kind of raised with more with a heavy hand, and she, her parents really didn't, which she wasn't a bad kid or anything like that, but, she didn't really get punished all that much. So our oldest 2 boys all 3 of the kids are boys. They have started kind of pushing her in a level that, they're definitely pushing their boundaries with her.
Hold on. They're 5?
5, 3, and so the 3 and the 5-year-old.
Okay, so I want to change your language right out of the gate, okay, to make sure we're on the same page.
Okay. Yeah.
5 and 3-year-olds don't, unless they have like psychiatric disorders. 5 and 3-year-old boys are usually just fully 5 and 3-year-old boys. Okay.
What do you mean when you say fully?
I mean, when you say these boys have just started pushing her buttons,
mm-hmm.
as though they're in the wrong. 5
mm-hmm.
and 3-year-olds are just 5 and 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
And it's the adults' jobs to not allow 5 and 3-year-olds to push their buttons. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I hear you.
And that's got a lot of implications. And I know it's a heavy statement I'm making, but I never want to blame a 5 and a 3-year-old for being 5 and 3.
Well, and that kind of comes to the crux of the issue.
Okay.
Like I said, I was raised with a heavy hand, and I always, was kind of worried that I'd be.
Did you get hit a lot?
The one that would. I don't want to talk bad about my parents. It wasn't hit, but it was, Southern kind of, grab the switch and, pull down your britches
and hit you.
But
pull your bare butt out and embarrass you.
Yeah. But it wasn't anything that I would consider. It wasn't abuse by any means. I'll
let that one go. Okay, keep going.
So it was I was trying to really be careful whenever I was, becoming dad, making sure I wasn't, whooping on my boys and giving them any kind of issues or nothing. My wife and I, we kind of saw the same things, and now she's, because she's at home with all 3 of them, which the 5-year-old's going to school now, so it ain't as bad.
Get right down to your question for me. What are y'all struggling with?
So she's punishing the boys in ways and manners I don't necessarily agree with.
Okay.
She doesn't want to listen to anything I have to say because she's the one that's at home with them.
Okay.
But she's at kind of a real vulnerable state right now. So I don't want to, I want to encourage her and be supportive of her, but I don't know how to do that,
awesome.
Without, crushing her spirit and telling her, you ain't doing it right.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Because it's my first, I guess take my 3rd time, but I don't know what I'm doing either.
Right. None of us do, man. None of us do. Hey, can I tell you I appreciate the call?
Yeah.
And I appreciate you seeing your wife struggling and wanting to love her best you can.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I appreciate you being a dad who wants to protect his kids and to love and honor his kids in a different way than you were treated. Okay. I think all of that is noble, and I'm proud of you. Okay. That tells me you're a good daddy and a good husband. Okay. Good on you. There's a couple of hard truths here, but I'll just jump right directly into the middle of them. Okay.
All right.
Hard truth number 1 is your wife has to have a circle of women in her life, of people in her life, that is not 5 and 3 and 1, and that affirms her and that listens to her and communicates with her and gives her a full picture of a full life.
Mm-hmm.
The picture you're painting me right now is an exhausted, fried, stuck-at-home woman who's dealing with both postpartum and a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old and the who am I, and I want to be a mom, and I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and my family broke up, so my family's not going to break up, and it just that comes out as people snap.
Mm-hmm.
That's when adults find themselves yelling at 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds, right? Or banging the walls, or hitting kids, or what? Like you feel this thing coming out of you.
Oh yeah.
Right? Am I onto something?
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
you hit the nail on the head.
So you can create space for her to do that. She's going to have to choose that.
Yeah.
How do you create space? It begins very small with, how can I love you today? I don't know. Why don't you? No. How can I love you today? And this is you, Chase, coming home from a full, tiring, exhausting day of work. And still walking in the door and being plugged in as you can and collapsing on the bed. This won't be forever. This will be for a couple of years. This is the season. It's winter. You got to wear a coat right now.
Yeah.
Right? And that looks like, how can I love you? That looks like calling your mom or a friend or a neighbor to come over a couple of times a week.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks like saying, we're not going to treat the boys like this. You're not here. You can. I'm just putting my foot down. We're not going to beat up on these kids. Period.
Yeah.
So it's both and. If you don't protect your kids, and I'm intentionally not asking you specific questions, okay? I want you to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't protect your kids from whoever, it's wrong.
Yeah.
And there is a way you can protect your kids and honor your exhausted, fried, completely spun out wife, lonely wife too, at the same time. But she's going to have to, opt into some changes and be a part of it. And you can't make her do that, but you can protect those kids.
Yeah.
And I know this is uncomfortable. Fair?
Yeah, it is. But I want to do right by all of them. I don't want it to put no blame on one person or another. It's
Well, if somebody's hurting kids, there's blame to be put.
Well, and when I say hurting, I don't mean nothing like abusive or nothing like that.
Okay.
I don't mean to insinuate. I don't mean to insinuate that by any means.
Okay.
So
have you tried this? Have you tried this?
Mm-hmm.
You calling around and getting a babysitter, even if y'all can't afford it, you figure it out. Just figure it out. And y'all go away for a 2 or 3 hour long breakfast at a local diner.
It's a small thing, but she doesn't really feel comfortable leaving the kids with nobody. So that's where it's like, it kind of limits my options on what I can do to kind of, it's either, I'll watch them and, cause I'll do it like once a week and, she'll kind of get out and do whatever.
That to me is a flag in and of itself. That she is so closely identified, that she is so closely identified her well-being. Mm-hmm. It becomes codependent.
Yeah.
I need my kids to be okay. I need to have hawk eyes on these kids so that I can be okay, which in a weird way means she's using those kids for her own well-being. And kids can't carry that weight.
Yeah.
And so that becomes a hard conversation to say, I know that you love our kids and I know that you struggle with the anxiousness of letting somebody else watch them. And there will not be peace in this house if you can't disengage. And so we're going to practice. And sometimes that's hiring somebody to come over, or mom or grandparent or somebody to come over for 10 minutes and go for a walk and then come back. And the next week it's 15 minutes. And the next week we're going to go get breakfast and then come right back. It becomes a practice.
Yeah.
But if somebody can't disengage with 3 little ones, and yet the lack of disengagement from those 3 little ones is making them insane, somebody who loves her has to get in the middle of that and say, hey, look, will she go see a counselor with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, we hadn't done it, but I think she would.
Okay.
But again, it'd kind of be the same thing as we'd have to have someone watch the kids.
Great.
And I don't, but I may have to just kind of tell her, try and be nice about it. But
here's the way I would say it.
Her.
I love you. Have I ever lied to you? Hopefully the answer is no. I have booked us an appointment with a local counselor, and I have made arrangements, and I know you don't want to go, and I'm asking you to come with me. I'm not okay, and I want you to be okay, and I want us to be okay. If you go to her and say, you're acting crazy, you're not right, and so I made us an appointment, she's not going to go. But just maybe if you say, I need to go see somebody so that I can better love you and I can be a better dad for these 3 kids, but I can't do this by myself. Will you come with me? She may come with you.
Yeah.
Okay? But that means you get the babysitter and you make the first counseling appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Or better yet, I'm going to give you 3 months of my friends at BetterHelp for free so y'all can do couples counseling online. And you can put the kids in another room and y'all can talk on the computer screen together, okay? I think for you all, especially for her, she needs to be in the presence of somebody. I think that nervous system regulation will be helpful. But to get you started, I'll stay on the line here and I'll get you hooked up with 3 months for free with my friends at BetterHelp. But it's a both and thing, but constantly we're coming back to, how can I love you today? How can I love you today? Hang on the line. Also, I'm going to hook you up. I started that Together app, which is an app designed to get you off of your phone, actually, and back into your marriage with a daily practice. We only have it for Apple so far, so it's not in the Android store yet. We're working on it. But if you got an Apple phone, I'm going to hook you up with it. We'll get your email address and we'll get it sent over to you. It's a daily practice that you and your wife can do together. And both of you will have different assignments for that day, but it's designed to, through daily practices, bring peace back into your marriage and back into your household so that y'all can do the next right thing. She's lucky to have you, man, but it's going to take some investment and you're going to be tired. And it's going to take some investment, and you don't sound like you're a guy that's scared of hard work, so we're going to head right into the middle of this thing. You're going to get the babysitter. You're going to make the counseling appointment. You're going to tell her, I love you, and I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better dad. I need some support, and we're going to protect these kids. We're not screaming and yelling and scaring children. All of that, and it's a tall order. It means you got to learn some new skills, and I'm proud of you for stepping into it.